You are a slave. You do not wear chains of iron. You wear chains of opinion. Look at yourself. You hesitate to speak because you are afraid of being judged. You buy things you cannot afford to impress people you do not respect. You change your personality like a mask just to fit into a mold that someone else created for you. Epictetus, the slave who became a philosopher, said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." But you are terrified of looking foolish. You are addicted to validation. You walk through life on eggshells, desperate for applause. And because of this, you have handed the keys to your happiness to strangers. If they smile, you are happy. If they frown, you are crushed. This is not freedom. This is a prison. Today, we are going to cut those chains. I am going to teach you the Stoic art of detachment, how to stop being a puppet and start being a man. If you are easily offended, click away. This video is not for you. For everyone else, it is time to take your power back. The spotlight effect. The first thing you must understand is that you are not the main character in everyone else's movie. In reality, you are barely an extra in the blurry background of their life. Psychologists call this cognitive bias the spotlight effect. It is the delusion where you grossly overestimate how much other people notice about you. You walk into a crowded gym, a board meeting, or a party, and you physically feel a giant, blinding spotlight tracking your every move. You are convinced that everyone is analyzing your shirt, your hair, your posture, or the slightly awkward way you said hello. You believe that if you make one single mistake, the whole room will laugh and remember it forever. But this is a lie. It is a biological trick designed to keep you in line with the tribe. Thousands of years ago, social rejection meant death in the wilderness. Today, it just means you are insecure. The brutal truth is that people are not looking at you. They're too busy worrying about themselves. They are obsessed with their own bills, their own insecurities, their own relationship problems, and their own reflection in the mirror. Human beings are inherently selfish creatures. We spend 99% of our mental energy thinking about our own survival and status. Think about it. When was the last time you saw a stranger do something embarrassing? Maybe they tripped or stuttered. Do you remember their face right now? Do you remember their name? No. You forgot them 10 seconds later. Yet you live your life convinced that the world is keeping a permanent record of your failures. It is not. The world is indifferent. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Soon you will have forgotten the world, and soon the world will have forgotten you." Understanding this is the first step to absolute freedom. You are suffering from anxiety about judgments that aren't even happening. You are building a prison in your mind where you are both the prisoner and the cruel guard. Step out of the spotlight. Realize that you are invisible to most people. And even if they did notice you, even if they did judge you, they would forget about it in 10 seconds to go back to scrolling on their phone. You are free. The opinion of fools. Why do you value their opinion so much? I want you to pause and look closely at the specific people you are trying to impress. Truly analyze them. Are they wise? Do they have the life you dream of? Do they possess deep character, unshakable virtue, and a disciplined mind? Or are they just as lost, confused, and anxious as you are? Marcus Aurelius asked himself a powerful question whenever he felt the sting of criticism. Who are they? What are their habits? What are their values? When you analyze the source of the judgment, the power of the judgment vanishes. Most people are sleepwalking through life, driven by their own insecurities, their own unresolved traumas, and their own lack of direction. They judge you not because you are wrong, but because your growth highlights their stagnation. Your discipline insults their laziness. Why would you let a confused person dictate your self-worth? It is like asking a blind man to critique a beautiful painting. It is like asking a man who has never entered a gym to critique your workout form. It is madness. Yet you do it every single day. You value the feedback of people who have no expertise in living a good life. If you seek validation from fools, you inevitably become a fool yourself. You lower your standards to meet theirs. You suppress your potential just to avoid making them uncomfortable. This is a tragedy. The only opinion that should matter to you is the opinion of the wise, those who have walked the path before you, and ultimately, your own opinion. Do you respect yourself when you look in the mirror? Did you act with integrity and courage today? If the answer is yes, then the applause of the crowd is irrelevant noise. If the answer is no, then the applause of the crowd is a dangerous lie that keeps you weak. Stop trading your dignity for the approval of people who do not even know who they are. The cost of people-pleasing. The cost of caring what others think is far higher than you realize. It is not just about feeling anxious. It is about losing your very soul. Every single time you say yes when you desperately want to say no, you die a little inside. You betray your own reality to protect someone else's feelings. You prioritize their temporary comfort over your own integrity. Over time, this is not just a habit. It becomes a lifestyle of self-betrayal. You become a liar. You lie about what you want, you lie about what you believe, and you lie about who you are. This creates a deep, rotting resentment in your heart. You start to feel bitter toward the very people you are trying to please. You feel used. You feel like a victim. But let us be brutally honest. No one used you. You volunteered to be used. You laid down as a doormat and then complained that people wiped their feet on you. A disciplined mind understands that no is a complete sentence. You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to apologize for having boundaries. You do not need to invent a fake excuse just to protect your time. When you stop trying to please everyone, a strange and powerful paradox occurs. People actually respect you more. Human beings do not respect doormats. They walk on them. They respect strength. They respect authenticity. They respect the man who has the courage to stand by his principles, even when it is unpopular. The nice guy who agrees with everything is forgotten instantly. The man who has a backbone is remembered. Stop trading your dignity for cheap approval. It is the worst trade you can make in this life. Become dangerous. The ultimate cure for the fear of judgment is not positive thinking or affirmations. It is competence. To truly stop caring, you must become dangerous. When you know you are capable, when you know you can survive and thrive on your own, the desperate need for external validation evaporates like mist in the morning sun. A lion does not ask the sheep for permission to hunt. A lion does not check with the herd to see if his mane looks acceptable. He simply exists in his power. You must do the same. You must build your body until it commands respect without you having to say a single word. You must sharpen your mind until your intellect is a weapon that can cut through lies. You must build your resources until you are completely self-reliant. When you are formidable, the opinions of others become what they truly are, mere noise. The reason you care so much right now is that you feel weak. You feel that you need the tribe to survive. But when you become strong, you realize that the tribe needs you. Focus on your mission with such intensity that you become blind to the spectators. When a man is obsessed with his purpose, he does not have time to worry about gossip. He does not have time to worry if people like him. He is too busy building his empire. If you are sitting around worrying about what people think, it is a clear sign that you are not busy enough. You have too much free time on your hands. Fill that void with work, with training, with suffering, and with growth. Make yourself so strong that the weight of their opinion is lighter than a feather. The final challenge. Now you stand at a crossroads. You can go back to your old life, walking on eggshells, bowing down to the opinions of idiots, and shrinking yourself to fit into a tiny box. Or you can choose the path of the Stoic. The next time you feel that sudden pang of anxiety, that tight knot in your stomach when you fear judgment, I want you to pause. Take a deep breath. Look that fear in the eye and ask yourself, am I going to let this invisible chain hold me back from my destiny? Remember that death is waiting for all of us. On your deathbed, will you regret that you didn't please enough strangers? Or will you regret that you didn't live your life? The world is incredibly noisy. There will always be critics. There will always be haters who want to drag you down to their level because your ascent reminds them of their own failure. Let them talk. That is their job. They are merely spectators in the arena. Your job is to act. Your job is to fight. Do not let the fear of criticism kill your potential before you even start. Walk your path with your head held high, looking neither left nor right. Let them misunderstand you. Let them call you arrogant. Let them call you crazy. It does not matter. You are building a legacy, not a popularity contest. If you are ready to walk alone if necessary, if you are ready to master your mind and destroy your insecurities, then you belong here. We are building an army of the focused few. Click the subscribe button to join the disciplined mind. We do not need their approval. We only need our own respect. Now, turn off this video, go out there and get to work.